Oh God! Do not let me in there again. Anyways, in this video, I just remade Shrek 1's intro animation all by myself on a budget. So first, I deleted everything and added a sphere to create the head. And you might be looking at this weirdly because this does not look like Shrek at all. Well, I'm doing a process that I like to call a blockout. No, not the video game. It's an actual process that most cultures use to create a character. It does not have to look like the final product, it just needs to figure out what the proportions of the character. Right now though, it kinda looks like Fat Tony if he was melted in a volcano in a Nintendo 64 game. So, we gotta smooth it out like those clay comics videos that you see on YouTube. For the face, I make a hole for the eye and display this area to make the nose. I also added a sphere to make the eyeballs. I then put it in a higher resolution to create the details of the lips, his face, and his hands. However, I'm not putting any more details in the lower half of the body because his clothes is covering it up. Let's see how many Oh my, yeah. We need to shrink those numbers down or else my computer will become a freaking stove. Alright, I got the Shrek model with fewer faces, and you can barely see the difference between these two, except if you go to edit mode. Look at how nicer the new one is compared to the old one. Obviously he's freaking naked and YouTube is going to kill me if I leave him like that, so we gotta put some clothes on. And in order to do that, I used the same faces on Shrek's body and used it to create a separate object. However, the edges seems like it's not ripped apart like my clothes in high school. So I used these objects to cut through his clothes and... Huh? I used the same model again to create the brown vest and the shoes. But if you go to X-ray mode and look at the mouth area, there is no teeth or tongue in sight. Hold on. And that's kinda weird. So, I used this tutorial as a guide to create the gums, the teeth, and the tongue. I also added more details on the teeth to make it look less hygienic. And look how cool this teeth though, god damn! And finally for the eyes, I used a super sphere, duplicated this part to make the pupils, created a circle gradient to mix with the solid white color and the glass. And lastly, I made the iris color. It's probably not too realistic, but the eyes are going to be far away, so no one's going to see it. After all that work, I got a cool looking Shrek model. However, I don't have a way to move him properly. Because of that, I'm going to use my favorite skeleton, the Liquify armature. And I also added new bones for his ears and connect them to the body. And he should be working perfectly. For the materials, I used this tutorial as a way to create details of his skin, and I used Rymdklang's assets for the brown vest, white cloth, and the shoes. For the pants, I just used this tutorial to create the stripes, but don't look at the back.
What the f is that?
Yippee! I got the whole 3D model of Shrek done, but I haven't even started the actual intro yet. I'm gonna kill myself. First, I made the outhouse with random planes and objects. I also added a displace modifier to give the vertices more variety. I then created 3 overlapped circles, deleted the vertices, and added a screw modifier to create the ropes around the outhouse. The last thing I need to create are the Spanish moss decorations on top of the outhouse. However, I couldn't think of a way to do it on my own, so I used this tutorial from Teaching Matter using geometry nodes. I built a custom-made armature for the door and the... Wait, why isn't it rotating? Ah, there we go, now it's rotating perfectly. Right now, we need to position the camera correctly with the original movie. I was thinking about using F-Spy, but there's nothing on this image that I can work with. In that case, I decided to eyeball it because I'm just too lazy to figure it out. Okay, it's time to create the swamp. And the first thing we're going to tackle are the trees. Luckily, I found a great swamp looking tree from Blender Kit. However, the cactus looks super weird. I decided to use the procedural texture from the M-Tree add-on that I used in my Let's Go Zelda video. And by the way, I'm kinda lazy right now, so I will not make any more trees, otherwise my computer will. So I rendered some images and put them in the background. I added a plane and edited it to make the curl of the ground. And for the materials, I combined these separate textures and hand painted a mask of a combination of these two textures. Meaning I made a good curl for the path and the vegetation. And hey, it seems like you're enjoying this video and been watching the whole way through. If you want to see more, please consider subscribing so you won't miss a video. And speaking of vegetation, we need to include so many nature assets in the scene, which can be difficult and time consuming to make. Fortunately, I found some good ones from Polyhaven and Quixel Fab. I also created this place called the cocktails. I'm gonna just call them corn dogs. Alright, I got all the assets ready. Let's copy and paste this grass throughout the floor. Just kidding, that's stupid. I'm gonna do something completely different. First, we open up the geotag to create the new system, add a distribute points on faces node in there, but the freaking mess is gone, so we add a join geometry node to get it back. I grab a collection from the outliner to get the collection info node, and also plug in with the instance on points, which is basically
boring! Shut up, nerd!
the last thing we're gonna do for the swamp is the lighting. I could use an extra eye, but instead I use a sky catcher node with the green color for the background. Okay, there is another last thing I want to mention. In the movie, there were a lot of moss swamps with branches all around the scene. However, when I make my own mods, it took a lot of gigabytes out of my freaking computer, and honestly, it just didn't look good at the end. I also added some big grass over here, but it looked crap, so I just got rid of them. Okay, it looks like everything is in place. It's time to start animating the whole thing. Okay, after 12 hours of animating, it is time to show you the final animation. And also, there won't be any music. I'm really sorry, but I'm not risking a copyright claim or a strike.
Oh, Lordy.
And yeah, that's it. I do think the Shrek model looks kinda weird, especially about the jawline. Honestly, it kinda looks like an AI version of Shrek, but 10 times worse. But I learned a lot while making this project, and I have so much respect for character designers, oh my goodness. Now, if you're wondering why I talk like this, I recommend you should check out this video, where I was born with a really rare condition that is one of the causes of me talking like this.